You know, life can truly be difficult sometimes. Sure, it's mostly what you make of it, but life tends to throw you curveballs every now and again, just for the hell of it, to see how you adjust and approach cumbersome situations. Like your car breaking down on the way to the local titty bar, accidentally overdrawing your bank account on a sex hotline talking to a fat chick, or having one of your favorite franchises bought up by Disney, only for them to bend every ounce of source material that's ever existed over and proceeding to skull fuck it.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
That leads me neatly along to the topic of this video, Alien Earth. And I've got my own set of difficulties here, because I've got to list only 3 reasons why this show sucked. I could most certainly list about 50, but my mental stability can only take so much torture. So grab your shitty Xenomorph Halloween costumes and saddle up, boys and girls, because just like my old staff sergeant used to say, we're going deep and we're going hard, bitches. 3 reasons why Alien Earth sucked. Let's talk about it.
Say what again? Say what again? Say what again? Say what again?
So to start things off and get this out of the way pretty quickly, everything I'm getting ready to say is up for debate. Nobody is going to be silenced around here, which means moderation is off, nothing gets held, nothing gets deleted. On top of that, I respond to any and everyone that wants to express their thoughts. Just please, for the love of Ripley, attack the opinion, not the person. Agree, disagree, don't give a shit, I don't care. Just make a smart argument. Get it? Got it? Good. Let's move along.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
The number 1 reason why Alien Earth sucks was the typical modern day girl boss Mary Sue that Disney has tried an infinite amount of times to shove down our throats, and not in a sexy way. In Alien Earth, this comes in the form of Wendy, or as I like to call her, shitty haircut, because, well, she's got a shitty haircut and I'm an immature asshole. Now, I actually liked Shitty Haircut in the first 2 episodes because despite some choppy writing and characterizations, actress Sydney Chandler did a pretty good job conveying that she was a child inside of an adult body. The character went from a bald, fragile, dying kid to an artificial body that granted her super speed, super strength, and the ability to process information faster than any human alive. And with that should have come some trials and tribulations. However, episode 3 happened. Instead of allowing all this to breathe a bit, showing us how Shitty Haircut acclimates to all of it, including failures, missteps, and flaws, Disney decided to say fuck all that and had her go toe-to-toe in a fight and win against one of the most terrifying monsters in cinematic history using only an office-grade paper cutter.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
This entire fight naturally happens behind closed doors, robbing fans of the visceral violence the franchise is known for, but the real slap in the face happens when Shitty Haircut wakes up post-battle. Somehow, someway, I don't know, it's never fully explained. Shitty Haircut has the ability to hear, understand, communicate back, and even control xenomorphs.
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just... Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Never before have we seen xenomorphs formidably communicate on a one-on-one basis in the franchise's damn near 50-year history. But what do you know, there's a lone female badass who knew how to do that before the events of the first film, and nobody else has tried to replicate it since. What are the odds, eh? To top it all off, somewhere around episode 6, Shitty Haircut figures out how to hack into Prodigy's systems by merely looking at computer screens and waving her finger around like she's fucking Megan or something.
Really?
How does she get this ability? How come Prodigy doesn't know about it till it's too late? Do they not have any state-of-the-art security to guard against system breaches? Can the other synths do this too? No fucking clue, because the show, it just never tells us.
Fuck.
Reason number 2 Alien Earth sucked was the Xenomorph. Remember the film back in 1979 where the Xenomorph was treated as an otherworldly threat because it was an otherworldly threat who only cared about killing everything and using humans as living incubators in order to reproduce? Remember how utterly terrifying it was watching that film and not knowing if the dark shadow in the dark corridors of the Nostromo was actually a shadow or if it was a Xenomorph camouflaging itself to attack? Yeah, I don't know about you guys, I really like that.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect.
And so did most of the fans of the franchise, which is why we fell in love with it in the first place, which naturally meant Disney was going to take all of those elements and bastardize them as much as humanly possible. Instead of an existential threat that could be lurking around any corner or hiding in any ceiling tile, the Xenomorph was reduced down to a golden retriever that did whatever the fuck shitty haircut wanted it to. Need a group of soldiers dispatched? Just make that frog sound. Need it to guard a specific place? Frog sound. How about tracking down a certain person to capture them? If you guessed frog sound, you're right. Doing shit like this robs a Xenomorph of any kind of agency, personality, and free will, turning a monster that kills at will without any rhyme or reason other than it wants to into Toothless from fucking How to Train Your Dragon. Not to mention, when it comes down to how it looks, if there was ever a time where a Xenomorph looked like a guy running around in a rubber suit, it's in this show. For God's sake, I actually prefer practical effects over CGI, but if there's one thing you don't do with this creature, is film it in broad fucking daylight, you retards. Instead of close-up shots using an animatronic head or half-body shots using an intricate puppet, you know, like the original films, Disney decided it was a good idea to have the thing borderline moonwalking into scenes, having it stand in the middle of brightly lit environments, and when it was CGI, it barely looked like it would pass for a CW show. Just let's just get this video over and done with. My third and final reason why Alien Earth sucked is just everyone is stupid as shit in this show. Now, I could sit here and talk about this one for a half hour because God only knows people in this show do some of the most idiotic, contrived bullshit in order to keep the plot moving forward, but my mental stability just can't take it.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
What I will say is this. Characters being dumber than all hell has been a thing in horror since the 70s and became so popular in the 80s era of slashers that it became a common trope in the genre. However, heading into the 90s, most filmmakers got away from it because it was seen as a form of audience manipulation and terrible writing. To the point, films like Scream, Bride of Chucky, and the Scary Movie franchise actually ridiculed the idea.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, I guess director and writer Noah Hawley didn't get that message because lo and behold, everyone, and I mean everyone, well, outside of our perfect little robot angel shitty haircut, does something so outrageously stupid, it just doesn't make any sense. Sending $6 billion assets without armor, weapons, training, or even programming safeguards into a hostile environment? Eating and drinking in a highly volatile specimen containment room? Not wearing any PPE while doing surgery on someone who's vomiting up blood, making sure a pissed off ex-employee doesn't have access to your computer systems in case they want to sabotage you, no security guards watching your top secret research room, or how about constructing elaborate plans of corporate espionage that all rely on convenience and people doing exactly what they need to when they need to.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I could go on and on, man. And there for a while, I was actually scripting a super stupid supercut, but I don't have the capacity for it. This show is just too fucking dumb. I'm ready to put it behind me. Anyway, that's my 3 reasons why I think this show sucked. If there's something you think was worse, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And while you're at it, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and hit that new hype button to help me with the algorithm, because that thing hates me more than Disney hates nerd fandom. I appreciate y'all for checking out my video. I'll talk to y'all later.